I had like a direct descendant mom. I feel like no, I think he does. He didn't know. I'm afraid.
Give me a thing.
I'm gonna have the volume there. I'll take it starting.
We'll move on there. I decided to scam. Everybody's trying to stay in the shade. There's people behind me. Oh.
I guess if you're gonna try, it'd be fun, and then you start, and then the other one. Yeah. Well, it's like a big old thing.
A rock by a field. Okay. That's right.
And if it's I can't stop it. I can't stop it. And I'm yeah, okay. This is, I think, probably the, I think it's the same. Mama's 88. Was it a busy body? Oh, I expect. Yeah, I guess I'm putting it.
Okay. Okay.
Right. They haven't been.
Right.
Yeah, back in the day, I can stand. You know, you pass. Good.
I'm wondering if it's.
Good for you. Yeah. Yep. Well, my mama's over there. She's 88. So yeah, that's her. Yeah. I'll tell you. I think that's Springfield also. He's 90. They are like, I think they're the oldest here. I'm like, you want to stand next to him? I get a picture. Oh, I'm in your way.
You're
I'm
good.
sorry. Just, I'm sorry. Does he just get tired? Here we go. Oh, thank you. I can't, yes, sir. Here, let's back it.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay, testing. Can you hear me? Okay, good. This is our tech guy. The youngest guy here is going to take care of us. All right, testing. Can you hear me? Awesome.
Hey, Brandy.
Yeah.
Put your mic, Mick Jagger, right into the. Seriously, these folks can't hear you.
I'll try to remember. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We're here. Dicey Langston. So exciting. Okay. So first of all, because I know a lot of you, no crying. No, like don't start it, then I'll start crying, and then we'll have to get Mayor Pro Tem Greg Bumgarner to come up here and give the speech. There's big words in this. It's just go all downhill. So, God Bishop, no crying. Representative Mike Burns, no crying.
My name is
Appreciate everyone being here today. Today we honor Dicey's legacy and officially begin a weekend dedicated to celebrating the stories, sacrifices, and spirit that help shape our community and our nation. So let's begin. Please stand if you're able for the presentation of the colors. Color Guard Commander, advance the colors.
You don't have. Yeah. Okay, well, much is I'm talking about.
Please remain standing if you're able. Please join me in welcoming Carolyn Nations, who is currently serving as the SADR State America 250 Chair and as the chair of the Pickens County America 250 Committee, and she formerly served as the SCDAR State Chaplain. Welcome.
Mayor, would you pray with me, please? Almighty God, author of liberty and giver of courage, we gather today with grateful hearts to remember and honor Ladocia Dicey Langston. We thank you for the courage you placed within the young patriot. Though only a teenager during the American Revolution, she refused to believe that her youth made her powerless. When danger threatened her family, her neighbors, and the cause of freedom, she acted with bravery, determination, and an unwavering devotion to what she believed was right. We remember the difficult road she traveled, the warnings she carried, the risks she accepted, and the strength she displayed in the face of fear. Her service reminds us that courage is not measured by age, position, or physical strength, but by the willingness to stand for truth and to serve others when the moment demands it. May this monument preserve her memory for generations yet to come. May every child who sees it understand that young people can make a difference. May every adult who pauses here be reminded that freedom has always demanded upon ordinary people willing to perform extraordinary acts of courage. Bless all who work to make this memorial possible. Bless the descendants of Dicey Langston and all who gather to eat. May we prove worthy of the liberty we ought to defend by serving our community faithfully, protecting the freedoms entrusted to us, and teaching her inspiring stories to those who follow.
Her way to Main Street, Travelers Rest, South Carolina. First, Dicey Langston Springfield was so bold and brave that she defied expectations as a young woman and helped save lives. Now, I'm not a historian, and I won't pretend to be one today, but if you'd like the details of Dicey's remarkable accomplishments, I encourage you to come to City Hall today at 2 to hear Paul Wood speak all about Dicey. But what I can speak to is the power of her story, because some stories are so powerful they refuse to be forgotten. Dicey's is one of them. Her descendants have proudly carried her story for generations. They've shared it with their children and grandchildren. They've talked about their third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh great grandmother with pride. Dicey's children's children have made sure that there was never a chance Dicey Langston would be forgotten. If you are a descendant of Dicey Langston Springfield, can you please stand to be recognized?
Hey!
Thank you so much. You can be seated. If you didn't know, Dicey had over 20 kids. So she has a lot of family here today. So we've been calling it the family reunion for Dicey. I doubt Dicey could have ever imagined a day like today. But if she could, how proud she would be at the legacy each and every one of you have continued to share in her honor. Now, I'm not cool enough to be a descendant like you guys, but I grew up right here in Travelers Rest. And I honestly can't remember a time when I didn't know about Dicey. Like many of you who live here, maybe we learned about her in school. I knew about her memorial on Tigerville Road. Her story was simply a part of growing up here. Years later, while serving on the Travelers Rest Historical Society board, we started dreaming about creating a statue to honor Dicey in partnership with the city of Travelers Rest. Then we learned how much statues cost, and we said, you know what? We'll think about that later. We'll come back another time. And then life moved forward. And then I became a council member and served for 8 years. Later, I had the honor of becoming Travelers Rest's first female mayor and youngest mayor. That's probably my dad. Don't listen to me. It's fine. Now, not long after I became mayor, our former Greenville County Councilman Sid Cates called me. Sid's not here, is he? I know he was going to try really hard to be here, but Sid Cates called. I was on a women's retreat at church. I'm sure I was meditating on scripture and shopping or something like that. And when Sid Cates called, you answer the phone, and he said, "Brandy, I'm a descendant of Dicey. You're the first female mayor. You need to make the statue happen." And then he backed up those words with action, and Sid Cates provided the first $10,000 in seed funding for the Dicey Langston statue. And then, just like that, the movement began. Two of Dicey's descendants, sisters Jane and Laura Cantrell, encouraged me early on to keep pushing forward, and we did. Don't you start crying. Don't you do it. Lisa Stevens, a board member of Langston Middle School. I wonder where Langston Middle School got its name. Along with the students there, raised $5,003 during Spirit Week in the early days of fundraising. Momentum was building. The city formed a selection committee that included myself, our former planning director, Patria St. John, and Diane Drake from the Travelers Rest Historical Society. Wave, Diane. Yeah. Together, we selected artist Nick Green. Would you like to stand, Nick? And the movement continued. A connection through Greenville County Councilman Steve Shaw led us to Claude and Ginger Clamp. Claude, a Travelers Rest native, wanted to honor his late mother, Hazel H. Tidd. Hazel moved to Travelers Rest in 1947 and spent most of her life here. She loved art, design, antiques, and she loved this community. The Clamps made a significant gift in honor of her, knowing how much she would have loved seeing the art and history we're working to preserve and bring to life here in Travelers Rest. Stand up, Mr. and Mrs. Clamp. And then another group of dedicated patriots, members of the DAR and the SAR, working together to secure an SE 250 grant that helped complete the funding for Dicey's statue. A huge heartfelt thank you to Tracy Andrew, Loretta Mule, Tappy Lowry, and Ethan Price. The ladies are from the Bethune Butler chapter, and Ethan is from the Colonel Robert Anderson chapter. And this team really pushed this whole grant forward. Ethan is a grandson of Dicey, and so it was really great to have this passionate group of humans complete the funding for Dicey. And somewhere along the way, something unexpected happened. What started as a statue became something bigger. A seed of an idea grew into a vision for a lasting heritage project. Mrs. Nell Anderson Gibson generously gifted the historic home, known as Spring Park, and this whole 20 acres where the driving range is, to the Travelers Rest Historical Society to permanently be preserved. And fittingly, Nell herself was a descendant of the Langston family. We're honored to have her family represented here today by Ed and Laura Neves. If you guys will please stand. I go back there. And then a very passionate patriot, Mr. Gary Abernathy, rallied our Cliffs residents to fund Greenville County's first Charters of Freedom display right here in Travelers Rest. It's kind of over there, a work in progress. These stately replicas of the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, and Bill of Rights will be a permanent outdoor exhibit and stand as enduring testaments of liberty. Children will learn and adults be reminded of how our nation is meant to work. I invite you all to join us here again on September the 17th, and we will do this all over again and dedicate an exhibit and celebrate National Constitution Day. With all of these pieces coming together and with the vision and leadership of our city administrator, Shannon Herman, and our incredible city staff, a larger dream emerged: a heritage gateway, a place where history, education, beauty, and community come together. A place we are calling the Dicey Langston Heritage Garden Park at Spring Park, which will include not only Dicey, the Charters of Freedom, but educational opportunities for children, native gardens, public gathering spaces, and experiences that will inspire future generations. And again, we recognize like-minded, passionate human beings that come to the table to support this even bigger project. A prime example of those passionate humans is our local powerhouse couple, Michelle Rose and her husband, Bill Rhodes, over here, who generously provided seed funding for the future Rhodes Botanical Garden. Michelle has also been an active member of our fundraising committee alongside Bessie Steeple, Bank of Travelers Rest, and Wendy Leiden, owner of Topsoil. Together, this group of women helped organize our first two fundraising events for Dicey, a very Southern women's tea party, which was very fitting for Dicey, and a special 5-course dinner at Topsoil. Their dedication and hard work have kicked off efforts to turn this vision into reality. And none of this would be possible without the support of our Travelers Rest City Council. If you guys will please stand. Our current council members, John Campbell, Catherine James, Kelly Byers, Mayor Pro Tem Greg Crumliner, Dr. Shanice Chris, Lisa Lane, Sherry Nara, and Cheryl Granero. And former Mayor Wayne McCall and former council member Rebecca Cooper, who's here, and all the past council members who kept this vision for Dicey alive all these years. These representatives of Travelers Rest brought this idea to us and have fully supported Dicey as the figurehead for our TR history from day one, and I personally can't thank you guys enough. As I mentioned earlier, the statue would not have been possible without the support of our partners with the South Carolina 250 Commission. Their commitment to preserving and sharing the stories that shaped our nation helped make this project a reality. Today, we're honored to welcome State Representative Neil Collins, who also serves as a commissioner on the SC 250 Commission. Neil has been a strong advocate for recognizing South Carolina's Revolutionary War history and ensuring these stories are passed on to future generations. Please join me in welcoming Representative Neil Collins.
Well, good morning. First, I want to say I know it's live streaming, and I've already had one of my Furman fraternity brothers text me and say he's Rex Springfield, so he is a descendant as well. He is watching, so hello, Rex. What a great crowd, Mayor, and I can't wait to see the actual statue here. But it has been an honor and a privilege to be on SC 250. If you did not know, the General Assembly created it in 2019. And I don't see Representative Burns, but thank you for your support. I see you now. Thank you for your support of SC 250. This has been a work in progress for 7 years now. We're getting to this point of now we're celebrating across the state. Just last night, we celebrated in Columbia. The State Museum has a wonderful exhibit I encourage you to go to. Just a week or two ago, we were in Pickens County with Andrew Pickens' monument. Monument this weekend in Charleston. If you're in Charleston this weekend, there is nothing to do but 250 stuff. So I encourage you to do it. Second thing we just want to point out, and we have Heather Hawkins here with the commission as well. Thank you, Heather, for your work. But we want to, the first thing that we decided on the SC 250 commission was, are we going to stop July 4th, 2026? And we said no. We're going to celebrate, educate, and commemorate all the way through December of 2032. And that will be the 250th celebration of when the British finally sailed out of Charleston Harbor. So that's why we have the license plates through 2032. That's why we're going to continue to celebrate all of the, and if you did not know, South Carolina does have the most battles and skirmishes of any colony during the Revolution period. So we are important. On our license plate, we were not joking when we said the Revolutionary War was won here in South Carolina. Yep. And we want to get that message across. I've been to Boston many times. They have a Paul Revere tour. I want a Dicey Langston tour. We need to get our message across and our history across to the rest of the nation that we were important in the Revolutionary War era period. But I am so excited to be here today on behalf of the SC 250 Commission. Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege, and we can't wait for this unveil.
Again, thank you so much, the SC 250 Commission, our South Carolina state legislators. They really were so proactive in thinking of our 250th celebration years prior, and they actually put money towards it. And so we really, really appreciate it. So cities and towns like Travelers Rest can benefit. Our partnership with the Travelers Rest Historical Society cannot be overemphasized enough. The government alone cannot make cool things like this happen. We need amazing partners and passionate carriers of our city's history at the table. Please join me in welcoming Mark Garrison, president of our Travelers Rest Historical Society, for a few remarks.
Thank you, Mayor. Mark Garrison, president of the Travelers Rest Historical Society, and on behalf of the city and the society, I'd like to welcome everybody to this truly historic day. We at the society are proud to partner with the city for the unveiling of the dedication of the Dicey Langston statue. And we're grateful for the historically minded mayor and the city council, the city staff, our society's SC 250 committee, and all of the donors who made this possible today. We are especially grateful to Nell Gibson and the Gibson Anderson Trust for gifting the Spring Park Inn and the surrounding property to the Travelers Rest Historical Society for us to steward in perpetuity. We are honored to help fulfill this responsibility, and we extend our thanks to Ed and Laura Neves. Ed Gibson is a nephew of Nell Gibson and has been a valued supporter and advocate who has helped us get to this important point. If you have not yet visited the Spring Park Inn or our History Museum at the south end of town, I would encourage you to do so. Our museum is filled with fascinating stories, artifacts, and exhibits that help us tell the rich history of Travelers Rest and the surrounding area. For today's dedication, we'll invite you to also walk over to the Spring Park Inn. We'll be conducting guided tours of the Victorian themed inn, and there will be an information and sign-up tent on site. So please stop at the sign-up tent first. Dicey Langston statue is not only a tribute to a remarkable young woman, but also a reminder of courage, sacrifice, and determination that helped shape our nation during the American Revolution. We hope that this inspires future generations to learn more about her story and the important role our community has played in this history. Thank you again for joining us today. Please continue to visit Travelers Rest, the statue, the garden, the Spring Park Inn, the Travelers Rest History Museum. And if you have any interest in preserving and sharing local history, we would love to speak with you about volunteering or supporting the society. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you so much, Mark. So you can see all of these people, all of these stories, and all of these efforts to bring us to this moment. And at the center of it all stands Dicey, daring Dicey, a young woman whose courage inspired generations, a young woman whose story refused to be forgotten. And now, forever, Main Street Travelers Rest has Dicey. What a special day for Travelers Rest. Today we gather not to just unveil a statue, but to honor a story, one that has lived quietly in the fabric of our community for generations and now takes her rightful place in the light. Dicey Langston, she was not a general, she was not a politician, she was a young girl. And yet, when the moment demanded courage, she chose action over fear. She walked through the night carrying critical information that helped protect her community and her family during the Revolutionary War. Think about that for a moment. A young person, guided by conviction, stepping into uncertain for the greater good. That's the kind of courage that built this country. And that is the kind of story worth telling again and again. This statue ensures that Dicey's story is no longer just something we remember. It's something we see, something we experience, something that will stop people in their tracks as they're walking on the trail or driving down Main Street and say, who was she? What's her story? And when they learn the answer, they won't just learn about history, they'll see what is possible. They'll see that courage doesn't require a title. They'll see that leadership doesn't wait for permission. They'll see that even the youngest among us can change the future. For every young girl who stands here and looks up at this statue, I hope she sees herself in Dicey. I hope she sees strength. I hope she sees bravery. I hope she sees purpose. And I hope she believes that she can make her own mark in the world. Today, we dedicate more than just bronze and stone. We dedicate a legacy. We dedicate a story. We dedicate a reminder of who we are and who we can be. May all who pass this way learn of her story. May all who gather here remember her courage. And may Dicey Langston Springfield continue to inspire generations. Are you guys ready? All right, Commander, please give the order to commence fire. Hold on. Hold up a minute.
Oh, boy. There are other values. Awesome. Woohoo! Yay! I feel like Dicey would have had a flair for the dramatics, so I think that was perfect. Isn't she amazing? She's active, full motion, symbolically stepping down off of her pedestal and moving towards the future Charters of Freedom display, where a copy of our Declaration of Independence will be. Nick Green, you outdid yourself. Thank you so much for putting Dicey's courage and boldness into something we can see forevermore. Now,
We're just gonna keep shooting all day here in Travis Ride. Now, now as we begin to conclude our dedication, we have a special presentation for Dicey. I can't think of a group of men or women that might, do you need to make this again? Sorry. Shannon was trying to go for the aesthetics. Thank you. I can't think of a group of men and women that are so serious and take their heritage of our country so they're just so dedicated. Our SAR and DIR members are amazing to work with. If you don't know, wreath ceremonies promote patriotism, probably partisan, preservation of our natural history, and visibly and reverently honor our nation's veterans and historic figures. These organizations conduct hundreds, if not thousands, of ceremonies every year, honoring people from the time of the Revolutionary to the present. Today, these wreaths are laid by following organizations or people in memory of Dicey, who answered the call of love of country and are representative of all the young women and men who sacrifice everything to preserve freedom for those of us who have come after. Please step forward when I call your name. SC 250 Committee Chair Carolyn Nations with the South Carolina Society. Snow Campaign Chapter Greenville District 1 Director Corsette Harley. Bethel Land Butler Chapter Taffy Lowry. Nathaniel Green Chapter Colleen Knights. Joyce Scott Chapter. Greenville Chapter Aline Kilgore. Fort Prince George Chapter of Pickens, Joyce Hansel. Kate Berry Chapter of Spartanburg, Dr. Elizabeth Joyce. The state of Alabama is very well represented today, which is so exciting. The Alabama Society Honorary State Regent Nancy Folk. Woo-hoo! Daring Dicey Chapter Marilyn Hood. Woo! Elizabeth Knox Elliott Chapter Carol Irving. Western Trail Chapter of Texas, Taffy Lowry. We also have the Sons of the American Revolution, Henry Lawrence Chapter of Aiken. Ted Walker may or may not, he's our cannon guy, so we'll see if he can come over here. Colonel Robert Anderson Chapter, Lieutenant Colonel Tom Perry. General Andrew Pickens, Bud Starnes. Daniel Morgan Chapter of Spartanburg, Paul Pasha. The Georgia Society, Button Gwinnett, Lawrence, Georgia, Ray Kyle. Colonel George Waller Society from Virginia, Judson Lavinier. Alabama Society, Black Warrior River Chapter, Buddy Irving. And this is very special for Dicey. Children of American Revolution, South Carolina Society, Dicey Langston Society, Heather Thompson. And William Shroud Society of Aiken, Braley, assisted by her grandmother, Linda Walker. We can pause for some pictures. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Thank you. you to everyone for coming today. Before you head off to Spring Park next door to continue the festivities, we want to ask our Dicey descendants to come forward first for a family reunion photo, and then we'll do our DAR and SAR groups. And so thank you again for coming to Traveler's Rest as we continue celebrating Dicey and SC 250 all weekend long. Thank you so much.
I know it was. Excuse me. Good. Yeah.